When it comes to housing, one of the biggest questions is whether it's better to rent or to buy. In this video, I'll break down the truth about renting versus owning a home, including the financial trade-offs, lifestyle factors, and what really makes sense depending on your situation. If you've ever wondered which option is right for you, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more real estate and money tips. For generations, owning a home has been considered a key milestone of adulthood and a symbol of financial success. The phrase "renting is throwing money away" has been repeated so often that many people believe it without question. On the other hand, rising home prices, expensive mortgages, and the flexibility of renting have made more people rethink whether homeownership is really the dream it's made out to be. The truth is, both renting and owning come with unique advantages and drawbacks, and the right choice depends on your lifestyle, financial situation, and long-term goals. To make sense of it all, let's count down from 10 to 1, exploring the most important factors that impact the rent versus buy decision. Point 10. Understanding the cost of renting. Renting is simple at first glance. You pay a fixed monthly amount to live in a property, and your landlord takes care of most maintenance and repairs. For many people, this predictability is appealing. Renters don't have to worry about property taxes, big repair bills like fixing a roof, or fluctuating mortgage interest rates. The biggest downside, however, is that your rent payments don't build equity. Once you pay rent, that money is gone forever. Still, for people who need flexibility, renting can actually be more financially reasonable in the short term, especially in cities where buying a home costs several times more than renting. Point 9. Understanding the cost of owning a home feels like the ultimate investment because every mortgage payment builds equity, your ownership stake in the property. Over time, your home can increase in value, allowing you to build wealth through appreciation. However, ownership comes with hidden costs that many first-time buyers underestimate. Property taxes, homeowners insurance, private mortgage insurance, PMI, maintenance, and repairs all add to the monthly bill. A $1,500 mortgage payment may sound manageable, but once you factor in $400 for taxes, $200 for insurance, and $150 for repairs, your real cost might be closer to $2,250. That's why homeownership is not just about affording the mortgage. It's about affording the full picture. Point 8. Flexibility versus stability. One of the most overlooked aspects of renting versus owning is lifestyle flexibility. Renters can move with relative ease, making it ideal for people who value freedom, travel, or job opportunities in different cities. Owning a home ties you down, both financially and geographically. Selling a home can take months and involves high transaction costs. On the other hand, homeownership offers stability. Your monthly mortgage payment may remain the same for 30 years if you lock in a fixed-rate mortgage, whereas rent can increase every year. Homeownership is often ideal for people ready to settle in one place for at least 5 to 7 years. Point 7. Building wealth. Equity versus investments. The biggest argument for owning is equity building. Every time you pay your mortgage, part of that payment goes toward reducing your loan balance, slowly increasing how much of the home you truly own. If your property appreciates in value, your equity grows even more. Renting doesn't offer equity, but renters have an opportunity to invest the money they save. For example, if renting is $1,000 cheaper per month than owning in your area, you could invest that $1,000 into stocks or index funds, which may generate returns over time. The real question is whether you will actually invest the difference or just spend it elsewhere. Point 6. Hidden costs of homeownership. Owning a home comes with surprises that can catch new buyers off guard. A broken furnace, a leaking roof, or major plumbing issues can cost thousands of dollars. Landscaping, lawn care, HOA fees, and renovations all add up. Renters don't have to worry about these unexpected bills. The landlord handles them. This is why financial experts often recommend budgeting 1 to 3% of your home's value every year for maintenance. On a $300,000 home, that's $3,000 to $9,000 annually just for upkeep. If you're not financially ready for these costs, renting might be safer. Point 5. Lifestyle considerations. Beyond money, lifestyle plays a huge role. Owning a home gives you the freedom to paint walls, remodel the kitchen, or plant a garden without asking for permission. Homeownership often brings a sense of pride, privacy, and stability. Renting, however, often means fewer responsibilities. You don't mow the lawn, replace the water heater, or stress over market values. For people who value a low-maintenance lifestyle, renting can be a smart choice, while ownership is better for those who want to create a long-term home environment that reflects their personality. Point 4. Tax benefits and financial incentives. Homeownership comes with tax benefits that renters don't receive. Mortgage interest and property taxes are often deductible, reducing your overall tax bill if you itemize deductions. Some first-time buyers may also qualify for credits or government programs that make owning more affordable. Renters, on the other hand, rarely see direct tax breaks. However, these tax benefits only matter if you itemize instead of taking the standard deduction, so for many people, they don't create a significant financial difference. Point 3. The role of market conditions. The rent versus buy decision also depends heavily on the housing market. In some areas, it's cheaper to own because mortgage payments are lower than rent. In others, home prices are so high that renting is far more affordable. Mortgage interest rates play a massive role here too. Low rates make buying more appealing, while high rates can make homeownership unaffordable. Timing matters. If you buy at the peak of a housing bubble, your property value may stagnate or even decline, while renting during that time could save you thousands. Point 2. Emotional versus rational decisions. For many people, owning a home is emotional. It feels like an accomplishment, a place to raise a family, and a source of pride. Renting, meanwhile, is often seen as temporary or even as a financial waste. But making housing decisions based solely on emotions can be dangerous. A mortgage that stretches your budget too thin can cause stress and limit your ability to save for other goals. Renting may not carry the same sense of pride, but it can give you peace of mind and financial flexibility. The key is to separate emotion from practicality and decide what truly fits your life. Point 1. The bottom line: it depends on your goals. At the end of the day, there is no universal better choice. Renting is not always wasting money, and owning is not always the golden ticket to wealth. If your priority is flexibility, mobility, and avoiding unexpected expenses, renting may be the smarter option. If your goal is stability, building equity, and long-term financial growth, owning may be better. The truth is, the best choice depends on your financial readiness, lifestyle preferences, and long-term vision for your life. Both renting and owning can be smart decisions if they align with your goals. The debate over renting versus owning will never have a one-size-fits-all answer. Each path has benefits and trade-offs, and the right decision depends on where you are in life. The key is not to blindly follow outdated advice like renting is throwing money away, but to carefully analyze your income, expenses, lifestyle, and goals. When you understand the true costs and benefits of both renting and owning, you gain the clarity to make a choice that actually works for you, not just for tradition or social pressure. There's no one-size-fits-all answer to the rent versus buy debate. It comes down to your finances, your lifestyle, and your long-term goals. If this video helped you think through the pros and cons, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more practical financial insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.